Speaking of controlling what was said, Facebook told staff it would seal off some internal message boards to prevent leaking. The change was immediately leaked because, of course, it was. This is the internet, and this is stock photo of Mark Zuckerberg explaining something. Who knows? Facebook is restricting access to some staff message boards to prevent leaks. Facebook said some boards that relate to platform safety would be made private. The New York Times reported last week Facebook whistleblower I guess it's Francis I've never actually had to say her name before. Hogan testified before Congress. Okay, so of course, somebody, decided that if Facebook is going, before Facebook goes and locks things down, maybe we should take some screenshots or something like that. The company told staff it would restrict access to some employee message boards that relate to platform safety and protecting elections, both of which come under the umbrella of quote unquote integrity, per the Times. Some groups would be made private instead of public in the coming months. Facebook said, according to the report, Facebook also said it would go through some integrity-related discussion groups and start removing people that they don't want that don't work directly on safety and security. The move comes a week after the former employee testified. She left the company in May 2021. Let's see. An engineering director wrote in the announcement viewed by the Times that, as everyone is likely aware, we've seen an increase in the number of integrity-related leaks in recent months. These leaks aren't representative of the nuances and complexities involved in our work and are often taken out of context, leading to our work to be being mischaracterized externally. Facebook appeared to confirm the change in a statement to the Times and said the move had been in the works for months. In a statement to the Wall Street Journal, Facebook confirmed the authenticity of the announcement viewed by the Times. A Facebook spokesperson told Insider, leaks decrease the effectiveness, efficiency, and morale of the teams working every day to address the challenges that come with operating a platform for billions of people. They can also put employees working on sensitive subjects at risk externally and lead to complex topics being misrepresented or misunderstood. So, and a surprise to no one, the internet is going to lives on, right? So there will be plenty of information that will probably come out over the course of maybe the next couple of weeks to months, or even next couple of years. Especially as we get closer to another election next year, and then in 2 years from then, look, we operate in the world that we have created for ourselves, right? And nobody prior to Facebook, I guess to the degree of Facebook, has tried to regulate and police itself with its own discussions about what's right, what's wrong, what people are saying, what should be flagged, what shouldn't be flagged. I mean, they're trying to take an undertaking of something that nobody in history has been able to do. So I don't necessarily disagree with Facebook's stance here. I do think that it's. I feel like. I guess the question is are they doing enough? If you happen to, I don't know if you happen to watch John Oliver last week tonight, he talked about it actually this past week, talking about Facebook misinformation and how Facebook's doing a great job with when it comes to English speaking stuff, but when it comes to literally every other language, anything that's other than English, they're pretty much just dropping the ball. And videos where it's originally spoken in English, but then it's translated to Spanish. The Spanish version of the video still exists, but the English version has been flagged as misinformation and not, all that. So, they still have a long way to go in figuring out, how to wrangle all this. And I guess the question becomes should it be wrangled? Is this to a certain extent necessary. And will Facebook ultimately be able to survive this pummeling of questioning of like, is what you're doing enough? Is what you're doing right? Is it is it legitimate, and is it good for people as a whole? It sounds like people all kind of already know that it might not be that good, or not that good for you in large doses, or not that good for you if you're maybe younger, and or maybe following the wrong people, or following the wrong messaging or something. But it could be anybody, right? As the 2016 elections with Russian interference, like, taking out Facebook ads and things of that nature, has shown us, like, it could be anybody. It doesn't just have to be, we're not just talking about teenagers um with image issues, or image challenges that they're dealing with, right? And looking through that lens. This affects everybody that is a part of the Facebook world. It's a Facebook world, we're just living in it. And it affects all of us. So it'll be interesting to see how Facebook is able to weather this kind of stuff coming out, and going forward with it.